What's up, nerds? Welcome to the first ever unboxing on this channel. Today I'll be unboxing the Cliffjumper versus 4-pack. I found this pack at Target the other day, and it was the only copy in stock, so I had to buy it. When I first saw this pack, I could not believe my eyes. I don't think I've ever seen a multi-pack in stores before, as far as I can remember. I do actually have a 5-pack on display on my shelf right now, but I got that when I was like 6. I've heard very little of this 4-pack. All I know is that Cliffjumper is a retool of Chase, Tarn is pretty good, and Tarantulas is weird. I've heard pretty much nothing from Squeeze Play. I have to say that this box looks pretty great. All the figures are standing pretty proud, and they look like they're ready to throw down as soon as I open this box. The character art is also pretty stellar. As you can see, we've got Cliffjumper here from the Prime universe. We have Beast Wars universe Tarantulas. I don't know why he's like orange and green. Usually he's like a dark purple, I think. I think his colors might be inverted or something, but there he is with his buzzsaw. Squeeze Play G1 universe. Apparently it's a headmaster, but I'll get into that later. It looks okay. I've never heard of Squeeze Play before. And Cyberverse Universe Tarn. I was hoping to get Bludgeon before this, but I've heard Tarn is pretty good, especially in this 4-pack here. On the back, we have the product shots. We have Cliffjumper here in his Dodge-esque alt mode with the horns. Looks pretty good. Tarantulas in his robot and spider mode. Looks pretty good. And we also have Squeeze Play, who looks like a thing. And there's a G1 Universe Headmaster here called Locos. No idea who that is. And of course we have Tarn with what seems to be like opening hands. My camera's not focusing on that. But if that's the case, Voyager figure with posable hands. That's pretty cool. We have all the Legacy United stuff here. All that stuff that I don't care about. I have to say that all these figures look pretty good in the box. Hopefully they pose good and transform good and actually have good quality plastic. So let's not keep these guys waiting anymore. And let's open this freaking box up, dude.
Yeah, I don't know what happened here. I just had some trouble opening up the box. It was really secure in there, or I was just being stupid. I don't know. Yeah, I had to open up both sides to actually get the box out. I even sped up the video too, but eventually I got the figures out.
Here they are. Now I can get a closer look at them.
Don't forget to take the little package off the back of the box. If you don't, you might end up throwing away the accessories for all of the figures, so.
Here they all are in their bot modes. We have Cliff, Tarantulas, Squeeze, and Tarn. And I have to say, these guys look pretty nice. Cliffjumper looks very cool. I like the prime design they were going for. I've never had Chase, so I don't know if this mold is good or not. I've heard Chase, like the figures, meh, but the Cliffjumper kind of improved on it. I'm not sure though. Posing looks pretty good. He's got normal knees that, oh, they can swivel? Okay. Crappy ankle pivot. It pivots the wrong way, so he can only go about that far. Can't go back pretty far. Huge kick. He's got some arm movements here. More than 9. Nah, I think that's normal elbows. Or, yeah. He's got some wrist action going on here. His head's on a ball joint, but it's not really that good. Overall, I think he's pretty good. I can't wait to get him in vehicle mode. Tarantulas, he looks pretty good. I just wish it was like not this Tarantulas, because I think these colors are kind of weird. His backpack does kind of get in the way of some of the posing. All of his spider legs are on ball joints, which is pretty cool. Arm moves out, and then can his arm go up? I don't think he has. Oh, he does. He has hand movement, but he doesn't have elbow movement. Okay. Ball joint here. He's got a normal 90 kick. Can go back about that far. Double knees. He's got an actual pivot, not a reverse pivot. He can go up pretty far. That's pretty nice. And you'd think with all that kibble on the back, he wouldn't be able to stand, but it seems he can stand pretty well. Yeah, he stands pretty good. My fourth Beast Wars figure.
I actually enjoyed posing squeeze play. I don't think he's actually the worst one. I actually think all of the figures in this pack are genuinely just good. He is a headmaster, and his head is a little weird, but this is my first exposure to a headmaster, and I have to say it's a pretty good figure. I did find out that it was a retool, remold, or something of Mindwipe, so I heard it was an improvement though. Squeeze play isn't that bad. His posing's good. I originally thought he didn't have an ankle pivot, but he actually does, which I think is pretty cool. And I did mistransform the backpack, so it's a little weird. But yeah, squeeze play is not as bad as I thought he was when I originally made the video.
Tarn is a crazy figure. Tarn is got some crazy posability, looks good, and is just such an amazing figure. Like, look at the lack of back kibble here. There's nothing here, but the posing is just amazing. Like, Tarn has opening hands, which I think is insane, and the accessories. I haven't really been covering accessories in this video, but the accessories are good as well. The sword that you can put in his hand, of course, is pretty awesome. And you can also take these, or you can just take one of them and put a here, I think, or here. I'm not sure where it tells you to put it, but you could have a little fusion cannon here, or you can combine them, I think, like this. I think it's like this. And you can put that on his arm, and you get a big cannon. It's pretty cool. Of course, you have a ball joint, and due to the transformation, you can get some crazy movements. Our shoulder joints are a little weird due to how they're made, but I don't really care. You have some inward movement for the transformation, and just looks cool. You have a rotation here. This part can move, but that's for transformation. Swivel at the wrist, and of course the opening hands. You have a rotation here. It can go, it can go all the way around if you want. Actually, it can't. The skirts here move up, so you have range there. You can do a spread here, but the skirts are a little weird because I think they're pegged in or something, but yeah, you can do that if you wish. You got double knees if you untab it, which I think is, or if you unclip it, which I think is pretty cool. And you have a toe bend, or a foot bend, but the wrong way, and a okay pivot. Yeah, it doesn't go farther than that. You can get that, and that's about it. I wish I got Bludgeon first because I like him more as like a, not a character, but I just like how he looks a bit more. But Tarn here, like the Tarn mold, this mold goes a little crazy.
The transformation on all these guys was pretty fun. Cliffjumpers, the only thing that was not so fun was the last step. We have to bring down the exhaust pipes when it's the final step. Tarantulas getting the legs in the back of the spider, that took some finagling, but at the end I got it. Squeeze plays was probably the worst one. There's a lot of, it's okay. It's not too fun. And Tarns was probably the best because it was very different. I think Tarns and Cliffjumpers were probably my favorites of the transformations, but all of them were easily done, and they weren't so bad, and it doesn't take points away from any of the figures. All of these figures really just pop when they go into their alternate modes, except for maybe Squeeze Play, but even then, he's not that bad. All of the alternate modes on these figures are just amazing. I like Cliffjumper because he's like a challenger. The only problem is that I can't figure out how to correctly put those exhaust pipes down, as you can plainly see right now. But Tarantulas, I like how all of his spider legs are posable, at least the bottom halves. And Tarn is just a crazy tank. It's awesome. I would love to have the bludgeon version of this mold because it just looks insane. And I'm not looking at the other vehicle modes because the video was originally 7 minutes. So I'm just gonna do this one where you can see all of them, but mostly just Cliffjumper. If you want individual reviews of all these guys, like again, this is just the unboxing and like first thoughts. I can go into a little more depth in an individual video, but yeah, these vehicle modes are just insane. They're awesome.
That's been my look at the Cliffjumper versus 4-pack. All of these figures are good in their own right, and I think it's definitely worth the buy if you already don't have Tarn, if you don't have Chase. Even if you do have those figures, these ones, by the looks of it, look way better, especially Cliffjumper and of course Tarn. But if you have Tarantulas, and if you don't like this guy, which I don't know why you wouldn't, he's pretty good. Just don't get it if you don't think it's worth it, I suppose. If you enjoyed this, tell me and then I'll probably do more of it. I've been thinking of doing one on maybe Siege Ultra Magnus or maybe Classics Mirage. I don't know which one. That's all I have for you, so see you later.